Hello and welcome. Chronic diseases, cancer, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, anything that has a label on it. You know, as Westerners, we're great at labelling things. Now, I'd like to remind you that there only is one disease. You are either healthy or you're not. And if you're not healthy, then because of our wonderful disease management system, and I mean this sincerely, what's good about them is they'll be able to identify what it is. However, whatever it is, you and I both know that it was caused by your environment. Most likely the poor lifestyle choices that you made. Let it go. Here's a new moment. And that's what I get excited about, because you can take control. Now, when you think about it, once we've been labelled with something like a chronic disease, let's say cancer, usually that has a negative meaning. For most people, unless they're conscious and realise, okay, it's a wake-up call. Because I've said before, cancer is a compromised immune system. It is not as such an actual disease. I know it's been labelled as disease. It's basically part of your body. It's not an alien that zaps into you and you suddenly get it. You've got to work at it. You've got to spend years working at compromising your immune system in order to get it. Yeah? Now, one disease, two ways of actually creating it. First way is called deficiency. In other words, if you are not giving your 50 trillion plus cells what they require, Houston, we have a problem. Now, I've already been through stuff. You know, if you've got a shortage of vitamin C, that leads to what? Scurvy. If there's a shortage of B1, that leads to what? Beriberi. If you have a shortage in your body of vitamin D, that leads to what? Well, it can lead to rickets, but you need calcium, magnesium as well. Everything's connected, there's no separation, but those are just some examples. So, if you, right now, would like to empower yourself and check yourself from creating a disease and becoming a medical statistic, right now you can do that by realising that there are 6 main ways to create those two things which lead to the one disease. The body is not at ease. Yeah? That's what disease is. Think about it. It's a dis-ease. So how do you get yourself into the ease? By thinking thoughts that serve you. Habit number 1. So at any time, interrupt your pattern when you realise you're saying things which are causing you pain and suffering, because it's the thinking that's predominantly doing that. Isn't that amazing when you know that? And when you know you're getting involved in somebody else's business or God's business, you can instantly let it go. Quite empowering when it lands for you and you get it. Because it's your old programming which may be causing you suffering. Let it go. The second way would be to breathe shallowly. 2/3 of the lungs are here, 1/3's here. So remember how to breathe like a baby. You don't need to teach a baby, it will naturally breathe like that. So, where or what could you do right now in order to create that? And just sit there and, you know, put a B or breathe on your post-it note next to your computer, or you sit in your car, first thing you do once you close the door before you put your seatbelt on or after is you start to breathe and make it a habit. Third way would be to become dehydrated. Over 90% of the population pretty much is dehydrated. And all they need to do is to condition themselves to drink more water. That's what we've been drinking for how long? 2.6 million years or more. Fourth way would be to eat the foods right for you. Well, do metabolic typing. Or if nothing else, eat organic foods, please. Locally grown is best. Amazing. Yeah? You've either got to chase after it, it's got eyes, or you've got to pull it out of the ground, you've got to climb a tree or a bush to get it. Cool. Fifth way, get to bed on time. That means 10 o'clock. Go for it. Yeah? 10 o'clock. I know you can't because blah, 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 blah. Let it go. Sixth way, creative movement or exercise. Go for a walk, do this, do that. There are many different things you can do right now. Yeah? Just think about it. You could, if you wanted to, go and join a gymnasium. At least find a Czech practitioner or somebody who knows what they're doing when they're there, because otherwise you could do more harm than good. Go and join a sports club. So many different things. Go and get to know your fells. Walk up a few mountains or a few hills. Makes you feel good, increases your serotonin. Oh, so many benefits to it. There are other things as well. But the second way is toxicity. So the first way is deficiency, the second way is toxicity. If you are still spraying aluminium under your armpits, you are still applying the PEG chemicals, the SLS, sodium lauryl sulfates, many of the chemicals that I've talked about in some of my YouTube presentations, then you have a better choice to make. So there's my tidbit: do not apply anything to the biggest organ on your body unless you would eat it. How cool is that? So, if you would like to check yourself from becoming a medical statistic and creating yourself a chronic disease like cancer, coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis or anything else, then understand right now you can start making or continue making those distinctions which allow you to put deposits in your health bank account. Remember, we don't make deposits in order to take withdrawals. So if you smoke or if you drink alcohol, you do have better choices to make. Absolutely you do. I'm not saying not to do those things, I'm just saying being aware that they're not putting deposits in your health bank account. There was some research done at Harvard University, I think it was in a Time magazine, and I'll quickly speed through this. Basically what it showed, succinctly, was this: cardiac patients were given 6 months to live. If they did not make the necessary lifestyle changes, they would be dead. All they had to do was quit smoking, get to bed on time, eat more alive foods, drink more water, not stay up and watching late night television, etc., etc. What percentage do you feel went along with that, with what their doctor prescribed? Think about it. 95% chose to die. Did I miss something, or did somebody just turn 2 pages? Hello, McFly, what is going on? When they interviewed the families said, well, there's no reason for them to live without their cigarettes, without their alcohol, without their late night television. Interesting, hey? So, what can you do right now to become the change you want to see in the world and start living an excellent quality life? Well, you can only do that when you're conscious and start making smarter choices. Anything with a shelf life does not have a self life. How many times have I said that on my recordings? Is it true? Research would say it is. So please, have fun and find what things you can do which energize you, make you feel good. But at the same time, it's adding deposits in your health bank account. That would be the addendum. My love to you all. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.